Welcome to the Explainer. So today we are diving into this massive transformation happening right now in digital media. Think about it. Just a few short years ago, creating top-tier content basically meant locking yourself in a room, agonizing over a choppy video edit at 2 a.m., and, manually typing out captions until your fingers literally went numb. It was grueling. But today, well, we're witnessing a super rapid shift from that exhausting manual creation to these highly efficient AI-assisted workflows. We're talking about taking your daily routine and upgrading it from a marathon of busy work into a slick, high-tech operation where AI acts as your very own personal production team. Because look, with AI now capable of writing brilliant scripts, generating stunning images, perfectly cloning voices, and even designing entire videos from scratch, it kind of forces us to ask a pretty provocative question. Are human influencers actually becoming obsolete? Like, are we fading out, or is AI simply the ultimate productivity tool just waiting to be harnessed? Well, let's find out. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll unpack the creator's dilemma. Then we'll look at building your AI toolkit, ride the virtual influencer wave, check out the authenticity boundary, and finally, wrap up with human-AI collaboration. Section 1. The creator's dilemma. The reality behind the glamour. It's so easy to look at successful creators and just see pure glamour, right? The fame, the lucrative brand deals, the absolute freedom of continuous creative expression. It seems like the ultimate dream job. But the reality behind the scenes? It's incredibly demanding. Before all these AI tools popped up, capturing an audience basically relied entirely on sheer brute force human effort. The actual day-to-day reality for a successful influencer is this endless, grueling cycle of writing, recording, editing, and just staring cross-eyed at performance data late into the night. And honestly, this absolute mountain of daily tasks shows exactly why the creator burnout rate is astronomically high. Just look at this list. You're researching topics, writing scripts, setting up lights, and recording the actual videos. And then you have to transition into editing that footage, designing graphics, managing multiple social media platforms, responding to followers, and crunching data to figure out what actually worked. It's totally a 24/7 job. You're the director, the talent, the editor, and the whole marketing department rolled into one exhausted person. Creators are under this immense pressure to constantly feed the algorithm, and trying to do all of that manually? Yeah, it's a one-way ticket to burnout. Section 2. Building your AI toolkit. Going from hours to minutes. Okay, imagine a modernized daily workflow where AI steps in as your ultimate co-pilot. Instead of staring at a blank page while you sip your morning coffee, step 1 is ideation. You just collaborate with a text generation AI to instantly bounce around ideas, outline a post, or even draft a full script in literally minutes. Then, by lunchtime, you're on step 2, visuals and audio. Need a custom background? Image generation systems can whip up professional artwork from a simple text prompt. Flub the line and don't want to set up the mic again? Voice cloning tech generates realistic speech to patch it right up. And by the afternoon, you hit step 3, post-production. AI editing software seamlessly cuts out the dead air and assembles your footage. The heavy lifting is done for you, you're really just steering the ship now. Seriously, the sheer level of technical polish available to a solo creator right now is just staggering. Modern AI is essentially your personal audio engineer. It automatically removes that annoying background hum from your mic. It listens to your video and instantly slaps on perfectly timed dynamic subtitles, something that used to take hours of tedious typing. It can even take a 20-minute video and automatically chop it up into short, punchy highlights for social media. But maybe the most mind-blowing feature, it can translate your entire piece of content into multiple languages, actually cloning your own voice to speak Spanish, French, or Japanese. It instantly opens up a global audience. One single creator with this toolkit can pull off what used to take a whole studio production team. Section 3. The virtual influencer wave. The rise of digital-only creators. Now, let's talk about virtual influencers. These are entirely computer-generated personalities. They are designed specifically to interact with audiences online. But get this, they don't actually exist in the physical world. Everything about them, their appearance, their personality, their outfits, the content they post, is entirely dreamed up and controlled by creative teams and AI systems. And if you're sitting there thinking this is just some niche sci-fi experiment, think again. Some of these digital-only creators have millions of loyal followers. They're landing multi-million-dollar brand deals and posting lifestyle pics from luxury vacations, exactly like a human influencer would. So why are massive global brands flocking to them? Well, it all boils down to predictability and scale. For a brand, a virtual influencer offers absolute 100% control over the messaging. There's zero risk of a late-night personal scandal blowing up a massive ad campaign. The branding is always perfectly consistent. Plus, the global scalability is insane. A digital avatar can shoot a commercial in Tokyo, hit a virtual fashion show in Paris, and post a vlog from New York, all in the exact same afternoon. Traditional human influencers, well, they're unpredictable. There's always that potential for controversy, and, humans actually need to sleep and travel. We are physically limited by time and geography. As this AI tech keeps improving, a lot of people scrolling through their feeds honestly can't even tell the difference between these flawless virtual personalities and real individuals. Section 4. The authenticity boundary. What AI cannot replace. Yet, even with all this incredible boundary-pushing technology, meaningful human connection continues to be one of the most valuable assets in digital media. Why is that? Because despite its mind-bending ability to generate text and mimic voices to perfection, AI doesn't actually possess genuine emotion. It doesn't experience joy, it doesn't feel the sting of failure, and it definitely doesn't experience personal growth. When audiences truly connect with a creator, it's almost always because of their authenticity. It's the messy personal stories, the shared struggles, and that very real human intuition that builds deep, lasting trust and loyalty. AI can mimic the style, sure, but it can never actually live the experience. And of course, as AI-generated content becomes practically indistinguishable from reality, we're running into some fascinating and honestly pretty serious challenges. We're seeing a rise in the potential for misinformation. Highly realistic fake images, videos, or voices, deepfakes, can be misused to spread false narratives pretty quickly. On top of that, there are massive question marks around copyright and ownership right now. If an AI generates a masterpiece based on your specific prompt, who actually owns it? The software company or you? Because of this gray area, audiences are increasingly demanding transparency. They want to know exactly what was crafted by a human heart and what was just generated by a machine. Section 5. Human-AI collaboration. Working smarter, not harder. Ultimately, the future of the creator economy doesn't belong exclusively to humans, but it doesn't belong exclusively to machines either. It really belongs to the brilliant synthesis of the two. In the ideal daily workflow, AI handles the heavy, tedious lifting. It crunches the research, drafts the initial scripts, generates those B-roll visuals, and analyzes data trends to see what the algorithm is hungry for today. With all that busy work handled, you, the human creator, get to sit right at the center of the hub. You're freed up to pour all your energy into true creativity, nuanced storytelling, injecting genuine emotion, and building a really tight-knit connection with your audience. You bring the soul, the AI brings the scale. This combo of human imagination and AI efficiency is exactly how you produce higher quality content at a speed we've never seen before. As we close out this explainer, it's pretty clear the digital landscape is fundamentally changing. The tools to build your very own production empire are sitting right there at your fingertips, just waiting to be used. So the question isn't really whether AI will change content creation. I mean, it already has. The only question left to ask yourself is this: are you going to exhaust yourself trying to compete against AI, or will you become a cyborg creator and collaborate with it to elevate your workflow to the absolute next level? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.